Tucked into an eclectic Phoenix motel, Chef Lawrence Smith's Chilte is serving up soul food of the Southwest. With a menu inspired by his family and a kitchen run like a football team, diners are in for a memorable meal. Our Chris Van Cleve rushed over for a taste.
Everyone's first time in with us?
If you are lucky enough to score a table at Chilte in Phoenix, you can expect a meal you won't soon forget. But don't expect a traditional Mexican menu.
Thank you.
Or a traditional Mexican chef. Meet Lawrence Smith, but most folks just call him Chef LT.
We're talking about Mexican food, and I don't see chips and guacamole.
Yes, I don't have chips and guac. I don't have just regular queso. I have more fun ingredients, more intentional ingredients.
Does that throw people when they come in the first time?
Absolutely. A lot of people were like, I don't get it, I don't get it. And I was like, you don't have to get it, just eat it.
And what you're eating is a blend of tastes, traditions, and histories. This menu pulls from the traditions of his wife's family, their travels through her native Mexico, and the soul food he loved as a kid in Cleveland.
I'm bringing different flavors together that are just kind of bouncing in my head.
The result? Stunning dishes, like his house mole flautas. The mole of the day during our visit was a classic but subtle mole negro. Inside the flautas, roasted and seasoned butternut squash.
We do seasonal stuff, so sometimes I'll do lamb neck, or sometimes I'll do butternut squash, or I'll do Jamaica.
You change your menu a lot.
It's just whatever I'm feeling, whatever's kind of inspiring me at the moment.
Should we try the flautas?
Let's get in there.
It's picture perfect, so I hate to ruin it.
No, mess it up. That's still good. Mm-hmm. I cook it every day. I don't get to sit down and eat, and I'm like, yo, that's still good, you know?
Yeah, the mole is subtle. How important is the sauce to this dish?
I mean, you gotta have it. Everything, you got sauces everywhere. I love doing sauces personally. I'm kind of self-proclaimed sauce boss. I just love doing sauces.
We paired the flautas with a side that looked a bit like rice at first glance, but it's actually his take on esquites, a classic Mexican street food. Heirloom white corn boiled for a couple of hours, a touch of his black garlic hot sauce, cheese, lime, crema, bone marrow mayo, and a little butter.
On top is the queso cincho, which is it's a longer aged cotija in a little chili rind. Really, really delicious. Real super funky.
Oh, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
His chili relleno special is his take on his mother-in-law's classic, a crispy egg white shell over a giant poblano pepper loaded with cheese.
Why is this dish special to you?
I just love how homey it is. I love how, it's something I got to experience through my family. I got to learn it from them. That's really it. Salty, smoky, rich.
Mm-hmm.
His menu earned the 32-year-old a James Beard Award nomination, and he was recently selected as one of 3 up-and-coming chefs asked to reimagine Taco Bell's Crunchwrap Supreme.
Really, it was just such a fun opportunity.
But the kitchen was not where Chef LT thought he'd be playing today. A football standout at the University of Akron, he got drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. He was on the cusp of realizing his childhood dream of playing professional football, but didn't make the preseason cut.
I was lost. I didn't know who I was. I ended up in coloring school, and I wasn't natural to it. It all kind of clicked.
Do you think having been an elite athlete and dealing with game day pressure helps with this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every day of service is game day. So it's natural to me. The stress and adrenaline and everything like that is definitely something I'm used to.
But when the pandemic hit, restaurant jobs dried up. So Chef LT started cooking under a tent on the street. The business grew into a food truck, and about 2 years later, he opened Chilte inside a quirky boutique hotel just outside downtown.
We started with just tacos, really, just out of the apartment. How do we translate the street to more of an elevated casual environment, to full service?
His tacos start with a twist. Squid ink gives the hand-pressed fresh tortillas their signature black color. Inside is usually a beef brisket, braised for 6 to 8 hours with chilies, onions, and garlic. Add in cabbage, salsa, lime, and consommé, but have your napkins ready.
I'm going to try not to wear it.
Yeah, they're a little messy, guys, but shoot, now I'm worried. I'm like, what am I going to stain right now?
This is really good.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm sitting down, I'm like, dang, these are good plates.
While the tacos are a must, if you come hungry, you have to try their rotating MSG, meat, sauce, garnish. Inspired by pozole, a Mexican stew, on our visit it featured a sauce made from corn fungus and their brown butter hominy. mixed with a burnt salsa, avocado, hand-pressed tostadas, paired with a childhood favorite, the pork chop, on a tomahawk scale. A taste of Mexico with a taste of Ohio.
This is soul food of the Southwest, and that just takes me back to the soul food I grew up eating, and now I'm finding a way to bring those together, just like who I am, me, my wife, and my family and her family all come together.
Bringing the two families together kind of brings together the menu.
Yeah. And it's just, it's like kind of crazy that it's all culminated in like a freaking award-winning restaurant.
While Chilte is earning rave reviews, it's also brought out the worst in some online.
I'm not in competition with anyone else.
Something Chef LT addressed in a recent Instagram post.
Talk to me a little bit about that. You, in some ways, are an outsider in that you're not Mexican.
It hits home, and it's kind of tough to navigate sometimes because I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to bastardize any of the cuisine or anything like that. I'm not trying to make a quick buck off of the cuisine. It's really coming from my heart. So sometimes it is tough to grapple with, but I feel like I'm finding my voice here at Chilte and who we are and what we're doing and what we represent.
So much of America is made up of blended families.
100%.
It makes sense that you would blend the food right along with it.
Yeah. I'm blended, and our families are blended, and all of America is a melting pot. So it really stinks when, we were getting death threats, from different communities because of our food, and it hurts.
You were getting death threats because of the food?
Yeah, absolutely. For the blending of cuisines and the blending of style.
I mean, that's insane.
I agree.
He says his answer to those critics is to keep cooking with love and intention.
That's why we do it, How can I tell my story and my feelings through this medium, right? It's my canvas.
Or as the chef says, just make it sexy and make it taste good. For CBS Saturday Morning, I'm Chris Van Cleve in Phoenix.
Oh my, you see this? We got to get a shot
The
of
butternut
the butternut
squash.
squash flautas.
Right, and then we also have the baklava cheesecake.
Yes,
I love everything
yes.
about it. He said we could make it messy. Marcy told us we couldn't mess it up. We're messing it up, Marcy.
There it is. You
We're
get a good
messing it
shot,
up.
'cause it's coming into
beautiful.
my mouth.
He
You
said
can-
we should make a mess.
Go for it, girlfriend.
I love how he's taken the best of all these things and put it together.
And I
in his
love
world.
all of these unconventional things. Squid ink, pork marrow mayo. I mean,
So
just
good.